Hey everybody, it's Jang here with a look at Lego set number 8404 from the City series. This was called Public Transport, and it was released in 2010 and sold for about a year with 864 pieces. It was sold for about $100 in the US, and I believe in the US it was exclusive to Toys R Us and Lego Direct. They actually did a thing in conjunction with Toys R Us in 2009 where they opened up a little voting setup for fans to vote on 3 different concepts of possible sets based on just some sketches, some colored in digital pencil sketches basically, and this concept won out, and so they built it as a full separate set, and it got the 2010 fan choice stamp on it. So, a very popular set, much loved, mostly because of this and a little bit because of this also. Pretty much all of it was pretty well liked. I liked the look of everything from the outside, so I just had to get one, even though I could easily just get the instructions. So here it is. There are a lot of components to this, so I'm going to go through everything, or try to go through everything pretty quickly. I've already skipped the speed build, so let's go right into the minifigures. So, minifigures. First off, this guy right here is a driver for the train or the tram. It's the blue light rail unit. So just moving right along, we're going to get to the driver of the bus. He was just called officially bus driver in Lego's description. Then we have another vehicle on the roads in this set, and this is the driver of that truck. It's a garbage truck slash street sweeper truck. This here is he was called a bicyclist, but he's got a suitcase there, so I'm not sure if he's going to be actually biking around with the suitcase or with the briefcase. This guy he was called shop assistant, and he works in a small shop that's attached to one of the small base plate pieces that's included here. And then finally you have a character who is just called passenger, and that's pretty much just what she is, just a regular around town citizen. So 6 minifigures in total. Nice start for this set. For a $100 set, I think you would expect to have at least that many figures, and it's good because they give you enough to go with everything else that's included in the set. So I'm moving them off to the side for now, and let's look at some of the vehicle components. So you get a car, just a regular, pretty normal car, maybe a convertible sports car you could call it. I like this one. As I'm kind of a broken record about saying that I don't like this general design of these city cars, usually with the wide fenders and the extra wide tires, but with the body colored fenders and this design of the car, this style, this looks good. I think this is the best looking car that they've made using this style, the 4 wide plus the fenders plus the extra wide tires. It goes well with the cover for the convertible top section when it's folded down, and I'm very happy with that. So let's move on to the next vehicle, the next larger vehicle that I mentioned before. Lego referred to the driver of this as a garbage truck driver. It's the only reason that I said garbage truck on it, but I guess you can call this a garbage truck, because look at this. This opens up and oh, there's a hair there. You can put stuff in there, so you can sweep stuff up and put it in there. But normally this type of vehicle that has the brushes that's actually doing street sweeping would not be used as a garbage truck also. It just would take all the debris that it picks up on its own off the street and put it into this tank, which then would get dumped when it's done. A very short little truck, short, succinct, and to the point. I really like this one. The only thing I don't like about it is this sticker right here. That's a little bit too much to me. I don't think they needed to do all that. Could have done something simpler, I think. These bars, actually, you can see that they move up and down a little bit with the brushes on them. They also rotate, or they try to rotate. There's not a whole lot of friction on this surface here, but if you have a higher friction surface, they will tend to rotate around as you move the thing front to back. This thing looks really good from the back. And this is an interesting building technique that I wasn't aware of before, using arch inside of arch. Just makes for an interesting look. I feel like I've left something out here. I think this is just the spot to put the broom that the driver character is holding, but I feel like it would have been nicer with one of those bars, like the small ladder kind of thing. But still, a cool small little truck that's included with this set. I like this. And then let's move on to something bigger, another vehicle. Move this little thing off to the side. A bus, another bus. This is a larger bus than the one that was included in the City Corner set. This is more of a long distance touring kind of bus, or a chartered bus. And again, another well done color scheme, well done choice of the windows and the windshield. Really nice design on the front. I like how they did that with these side view mirrors that are hanging from above. The combination of these two together. The driver's compartment is way down low. You do unfortunately have just a regular, like a building style of door here, and also they don't give you a step. It probably would have been nice to give a little step here. But this has enough room for 6 passengers in it plus the driver, and there's actually enough room that if you have extra pieces, extra seat pieces, you could add even more to the set. And you can see that the top comes off easily, and there you go. They're offset too wide, so good playability there with the ability to load that up with everybody that's in this set and still have a little bit more. You can also put their luggage down here. Very nice. And they've got compartments on both sides that these open up. They fit right in with the color scheme. I think that's a good use of sticker there. That one looks good. This looks pretty decent from behind too. Very proper, kind of realistic looking. The only thing that I don't like about this one really is that it has this door on this side also, which doesn't make sense. A bus would not have a door like that over here. Definitely wouldn't have a door the same size. Maybe just an escape window for the driver in case there was a right side accident, but it's a little bit odd. But still, a nice, large, very useful bus with a good look to it and great passenger capacity. Very well done. One of the better buses that, or better large vehicles that you will find, I think, in the city series to date. I'm going to leave the tram or the light rail piece for last. You've got a couple of stops here. So this is kind of a bus stop, and I didn't quite put this together. I was kind of rushing with it a little bit. Nice little bus stop with a rack, an actual bike rack on the side. Here you have a little recycling bin. They've got a nice sticker used here and here. Nice coverage, I think, on this side, making it white going all the way up and using the partial arch, the half arch there. And then in here you can see the stops, so that's pretty cool. It's showing you the schedule, and yeah, just a little bench right there. A little bit short, a little bit plain, but you know, it does the trick. And it's nice that they actually have ramps on the side to make it easier for folks to ride their bike up, for instance. So that's pretty good right there. Nothing too fancy though. This is a little bit more fancy. This is kind of a street corner in and of itself, and this incorporates some just regular street items. You've got another recycling bin here. You have a mailbox right here, which can be opened, or you can just put stuff in the slot. You've got a little city map here. Shows you've got a police station down here and bus stops, the locations of bus stops. There's a hospital up here. I don't quite recognize that one little logo right there, but you know, it's another nice piece. I always like these ones put against the translucent or transparent clear, although the map piece itself is not transparent at all. And then you get this little shop with a nice shape to it, with a little bit of curvature here, and the back is completely curved. So that looks good and different too. So this is just a small little street corner shop, you know, something that would be on a sidewalk, just a little kiosk kind of booth. You can pick up some coffee there, and for tourists they have the little rotunda rotating stand with the postcards of a couple different styles on there. A lot of parts used in this and a lot of stickers. Each one of those is a sticker, but I think it's worth it and a good looking piece. And this is the one where this guy is supposed to be working behind the counter. This is the countertop right there. No checkout register, unfortunately. I wish they had included a checkout register with that. Another nice thing would have been the ability to close this up. So in the evening time, having something that could fold down or pull in this way or something would have been a little bit more realistic, but still, really can't complain. It's a nice little add-on thing. And then here's another thing that's also included in this set. I told you there's a lot going on with this. This is a light rail little miniature station, so a small kind of just a stop around town for intra-city travel. Again, with a bench. This is a ticket counter or an automated ticket vendor machine, I believe. Nice use of these supports, looks appropriate to the type of structure that it is. And then to protect your minifigures, your characters down here, your passengers from the elements. If it's raining, they've got a nice transparent light blue kind of roof that's sticking out that just looks nice and modern and clean. Got a little round shape there. Got a couple of lights that are sticking out far enough on either side. A nice little platform, you know, just a basic, small, not too complex thing, but I think it does the job pretty well. Now, for the thing that I was most interested in, and I think was most celebrated about this set throughout the entire LEGO community, was this. A light rail tram sort of setup with 3 cars to it. It's completely symmetrical front to back, and it has some nice articulation side to side. These doors open like so. We've got a little compartment in the front where you can put a driver. Well, wait, is this the front or is this the back? Is this the front or is this the back? We don't know. It's completely symmetrical. It can go forward or backwards, so it can go down a line, come to the end, and then come back the other way. It seats 2 passengers per car. So again, 6 passengers. Everybody in this set plus 1 can be appropriately seated in there, so you still have a little bit of room. It's got pantograph, so it's intended to be an overhead electrified unit. I really like what they did with the fronts or rears of these. The use of this curved large windscreen piece looks really nice. Round down here. A lot of stickers used for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on either side, just along there. That's 10 stickers plus 2 here and another 2 back there. 14 stickers on this. I think that's a little bit too much. I would have liked to see fewer stickers used on this set. Also, the use of these that look like license plates, look exactly like license plates, doesn't make sense either. I wish that more people were carried by this, because given its size, I mean, this thing is 7 studs wide. 7 studs wide. It's actually, including these, it's actually a little bit wider overall than a normal train, a full-size train from the normal Lego sets that have been made over the years, including current ones. And yet you still only have 1 row of seating down the middle. I should actually open this up so you can see that a little bit better. There you go. There's an example of what it looks like. The front piece is a little bit loose, but it's actually attached with Technic pins, so it does not come off easily. But these roof pieces do come off easily, and I'll show you the center one also. Oh yeah, and on the bottom, that piece that holds these together kind of doubles as a ceiling light. You know, it makes sense to have a little bit of lighting. Then you can see that the 2 seats in the center car face each other. There's no way to get in and out of this other than opening up the roof, so that's another odd choice. There's no indication of travel between cars, and there's no ingress egress here. So a lot of unfortunate design decisions I feel like were made with this. I wanted to like this a lot, and I still do really like the look of it. It was one of those things that I had to have at some point in my Lego career, but now that I have it, there are more things about it, objective things, that I don't like than that I do. So a little bit of a love-hate relationship with this for me, for sure. It does look good though. Just, not nitpicking at it, just looking at it as it is, it really looks like a good thing. And you're probably wondering about, if you're not already familiar with this set, you're probably wondering about what's going on underneath. Well, it has small train wheels underneath, and the spacing of them allows this to be put on your standard Lego train tracks. So I don't have any, I forgot to bring to the studio any normal train tracks, but I do have this, so I guess that'll just have to do for now. Let me get another piece just so that I can put a couple of them together to show you how this looks on a set of old tracks. But all the Lego tracks, standard Lego tracks for trains are the same width. So this will fit on old 12-volt tracks, 9-volt tracks, current plastic city power functions train tracks, and you just push it along. They don't have any option for easily adding power functions to this. It's really not designed for that, but it goes along train tracks really nicely. You can see the action as it's turning. Look at this section and this section here as they articulate, as they bend, going through there. That looks really good. It's the junctions are really good. It actually looks better on a set of rails than it does just by itself. So you can push this around without rails. It's just fine, and that's probably what most kids are going to do, or would have done when this was out on the market. Just push it around on the ground and pretend that you have rails. It kind of frees you up. You don't need to buy all those rails to create a circuit, and allows you to just run this around anywhere in your city. They did a very interesting thing with this center one. So you've got just static pieces here and here, right? The axles don't move. The center one has only one single axle, and because of the way that this, just the geometry of how it articulates, they needed this to be able to slide back and forth a little bit, to have a little bit of room to offset itself when you're actually putting it on rails. So they actually have a sliding, kind of floating axle. It supports some weight. It takes most of the weight, if not all of the weight, most of the weight of the entire car on this one axle, but it's able to go back and forth. So that was a very interesting design choice, something I had not thought of, and something that I will consider using on some small passenger train pieces of my own in the future. So I've definitely learned something from this, so it's been a good experience, even if I do have a number of questions about it, about the specifics of the design of that thing. It's still, I just can't say enough times, it still looks good, and that's a really important thing. So there you go. You get this, you get this, you get this, which I really like the look of that, especially. You get this car, which is cool. It's a cool little sports car. Good job with that. You get this little stop for your tram, like a little miniature station. You get this. It's a bus stop, and you get this, which is a shop and kind of just a regular street corner. And then you get 6 minifigures. This was an awesome set. This was worth every penny, especially for folks like myself who like vehicles and transportation things. It's called Public Transport. Again, set number 8404, released in 2010 and sold for about a year. You can still find these on eBay, although the prices have been elevated artificially because demand is pretty high for these, mostly because folks like the tram. The bus is also pretty good. Good set overall. See why I didn't put in the speed build? This still ended up being a ridiculously long review video, just me talking about all the individual things that are included here, but I think it's worth it. There's a lot to talk about, and that does it for now for this one. I've got a lot of stuff that I've learned from it, a lot of things that I will be incorporating into my own mocks and custom transportation related items on my own Lego City. Thank you very much for watching, guys and gals, and I'll be talking to you again soon. Bye bye for now.